I want to say these colleagues are joining the Court of Appeal at an exciting time when we are implementing an ambitious, people-centered vision, the social transformation through access to justice, our blueprint for the judiciary. This blueprint, as you will learn in the course of your induction, places a strong emphasis on the courts serving as a center of excellence in service delivery. It therefore follows that the Court of Appeal must strive for excellence in the court's jurisprudence and court operations. This implicates your role, as we expect you will work with your colleagues under the leadership of the President of the Court to strive to ensure that the Court of Appeal becomes a standard bearer, a pace setter, as it has always been in terms of jurisprudence and performance that can be emulated by other courts. A Court of Excellence envisages that your roles and activities must be carried out at the highest level of performance for the court to be regarded as an excellent court in its performance and operations. We are excited about your appointment, given that it gives the judiciary more hands on the deck that will enable us to effectively tackle the concern about expedited appellate proceedings. As the Judge President has said, this is the highest arrangement since 2012, when the court had 16 judges join at a go. I wish to place before you a clear snapshot of the current performance of the Court of Appeal. I believe you'll go into greater detail during this induction training, and you will see the Court of Appeal in comparison with the other courts so that you may fully appreciate the weight of expectation that the leadership of the Judiciary, the Judicial Service Commission, and indeed the Kenyan public place upon you as you assume your duties on this court. At the close of the last financial year, the case clearance rate across the courts stood as follows. The Supreme Court registered case clearance rate of 103%, Court of Appeal 77%, High Court 117%. Employment and Labor Relations Court was the highest with 132%. No wonder 4 of them were found fit to be promoted to this court to bring their efficiency in this court. Environment and Land Court registered 116, and the Magistrates Courts registered 105%. These figures demonstrate that the Court of Appeal is presently the only court operating below the threshold required to reduce backlog. Because if you're finishing 77%, it means that you are creating backlog every time. At least if you cleared 100%, we would be sure the cases filed in that year were all settled. And now we just think of strategies to deal with the backlog. There is no dent at all on the backlog. The backlog has continued to build in that court. Indeed, the Court of Appeal has recorded this 100% clearance in the past. Has not registered any, any clearance of backlog, and this has resulted in the accumulation of backlog. Your mandate is therefore unmistakably clear to reverse this trajectory, restore optimal performance, and ensure that the court consistently attains a case clearance rate exceeding 100%. It is for this reason that the judiciary's transformative blueprint, STARJ, sets a clear institutional target, hoping that 3 years will be for the conclusion of cases at the trial courts and 1 year at the appellate stage. Presently, however, the Nairobi station of the Court of Appeal is hearing appeals filed in 2019 and 2020, which means we are approximately 6 years behind the benchmark of determining appeals within 1 year of filing. Notwithstanding these challenges, you are joining a strong, united, and deeply committed bench that has continued to discharge its judicial mandate with dedication and resilience. Indeed, prior to 2019, before the court experienced significant loss of judges, coupled with delays in filing, resulting into vacancies, the COVID-19 pandemic, the Court of Appeal and achieved a near real-time adjudication of appeals in stations such as Marindi and Mombasa, where Judge President served with Justice, I think, Katembo and Justice Murugo. Nyeri, where I served with Justice Visram and the late Professor Ondek, and also Kisumu, were listed for hearing immediately. Appeals were filed, and upon the closure of the pleadings, we were almost at that 1 year real time. My challenge to you, therefore, is to join hands with your colleagues in restoring the court to that golden period of excellence and ensuring that the Court of Appeal once again operates in real time, consistent with our constitutional duty and institutional blueprint. The other reason why the judiciary family, and indeed the wider justice sector, is grateful for your appointment is with respect to accessibility of appellate justice. One aspect of access to justice is to reach the court, regardless of the distance taken. And in our blueprint, we are committed to having the Court of Appeal in every region of this country to ensure easy access to litigants and advocates. Now that you have joined us, we are happy to operationalize permanent benches of the Court of Appeal in Eldoret and in Meru. I'm hopeful that with this initiative, access to appellate justice will be closer to the people, faster and more efficient.
Your arrival, therefore, significantly enhances our capacity to sit regularly, constitute benches predictably, and serve our stations with the consistency that litigants deserve.
It is important to note that you are joining the Court of Appeal at a time when the court required a decisive injection of judicial capacity. We are grateful to the Honorable Chief Justice, the entire leadership of the Judiciary, and the Judicial Service Commission for this timely and strategic intervention. My lords and my ladies, my primary duty here today is to assure you of the full administrative and operational support that is required to enable this court to devote its undivided attention to the core mandate.